Let's start with the problem. In most WordPress workflows, content is published without consistent checks for SEO, readability, tone, compliance, or source quality. As a result, teams rely on slow, manual reviews that don't scale and still miss critical issues. This is exactly where TinyCommand helps. With TinyCommand, we can build an intelligent, automated content quality assurance system, one that reviews every post, scores it, involves humans only when needed, and can even update content automatically. Before we move ahead, let's quickly understand the webhook trigger, because this is what starts the entire workflow. A webhook trigger in TinyCommand lets an external app automatically start a workflow the moment an event happens. Instead of polling or manual actions, data is pushed into TinyCommand in real time. In this use case, we're using it with WordPress. First, make sure you have a WordPress site set up. If it already exists, you're good to go. Next, inside TinyCommand workflows, we create a new workflow and switch the default setup trigger to a webhook trigger. We name the webhook, generate the webhook URL, and copy it. Now we go to WordPress webhook by using this URL. Inside the WordPress webhook settings, we add a new webhook, select the publish or post action, paste the TinyCommand webhook URL, and choose the fields we want to send, like post ID, title, author, and post content. After saving this, we publish a dummy post on WordPress to fire the webhook once. Then we return to TinyCommand and click Redetermine Data Structure on the webhook trigger. This pulls in all the fields from WordPress and confirms the webhook is working. Once those fields appear, WordPress and TinyCommand are successfully connected, and we can continue building the rest of the workflow. Now let's see how the workflow works. The workflow starts with a webhook trigger connected to WordPress. Whenever an author publishes a post, WordPress sends the post data, including the title and full content, directly to TinyCommand. Next, the content is passed to TinyGPT for analysis. TinyGPT is configured with a persona of an experienced editorial reviewer. It evaluates the post across multiple quality dimensions: SEO, tone and style fit, readability, grammar, citations, compliance, and sensitive content, each with a predefined weight. TinyGPT returns structured scores, detailed feedback for each category, and a final score out of 100. If the score is above 80, the content is considered high quality, and the author is notified on Slack that no changes are needed. If the score is below 80, the workflow moves into a human-in-the-loop step. All the scores and feedback are shared with the author through a Slack message containing a review link. The author can review the feedback and either approve or reject it. If they reject it, they receive all the comments on Slack and can make changes manually. If they approve it, the workflow continues. The approved feedback and original content are passed into a second TinyGPT refinement step, which improves the content based strictly on those comments. Once the refined content is ready, the workflow updates the original post in WordPress using the update post action. Finally, the author is notified on Slack that the post has been refined and republished. The result is simple. Every WordPress post is automatically reviewed, scored, and improved, with human approval built in. That's how TinyCommand turns content quality assurance into a scalable, intelligent workflow.